Is anyone going to beat the Lions in the NFC? The Eagles and 49ers are the only real threats. The Detroit Lions are looking unstoppable right now, sitting at 8-1 and in prime position for the NFC's #1 seed. A dramatic win over the Texans last week only solidified their claim as the top team in the NFC. And Ford Field could soon become a Super Bowl hub if they keep this up. But, of course, no team is completely unbeatable. Just ask the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who pulled off a shock win over the Lions earlier this season. As we head into the playoffs, only two teams in the NFC seem like they could actually challenge Detroit for the title: the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. The Eagles, a defensive nightmare for Detroit. The Eagles have quietly been building momentum, having gone 5-0 since their bye week. Over the last 4 games, their defense has stepped up big time, ranking 6th in defensive EPA, expected points added. This defensive overhaul, led by new coordinator Vic Fangio, has turned Philly into one of the best units in the league, especially against the run, perfect for slowing down Detroit's run-heavy offense led by its elite O-line and duo of star running backs. Philly's offense isn't too shabby either. They're 4th in time of possession and 2nd in rushing yards per game, which means they can control the clock and keep the Lions' offense off the field. The Eagles have the formula to frustrate Detroit and make things very interesting if they meet in the playoffs. 49ers. Dangerous if they hit their ceiling. The San Francisco 49ers are 5-4 and currently on the outside looking in at the playoffs. But don't let that fool you. This team still has serious upside, especially with Christian McCaffrey back in the lineup. Despite some bumps this season, the 49ers are still top 5 in both offensive and defensive DVOA. A sign of just how talented this roster is. While they've struggled at times, the advanced stats show that San Francisco hasn't fallen off that much from the elite team we saw last season. The potential is there for the 49ers to get hot down the stretch and pose a major threat to Detroit in the postseason. If they can stay healthy and hit their stride, they could be a nightmare matchup for the Lions. The rest of the NFC, not quite there. As for the rest of the NFC, teams like the Vikings, Packers, and Commanders have some pieces but don't quite have the firepower to knock off the Lions in a playoff game. Sure, the Lions have had a few fluky losses, hello, Buccaneers, but it's hard to see any of these teams matching up with Detroit's balanced offense and solid defense. They're good, just not that good. The bottom line, while anything can happen between now and the playoffs, the Eagles and 49ers are the only teams that really seem capable of dethroning the Lions in the NFC. Both have the talent and the blueprint to challenge Detroit. But as we know, anything can happen in the postseason. For now, the Lions remain the team to beat, but the Eagles and 49ers will certainly make things interesting as the road to the Super Bowl unfolds.